Welcome back to Fun Movies. Today, I am going to explain a 2013 thriller movie called A Teacher. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. I hope you will enjoy this video. A teacher will leave you feeling drained, even exhausted. That is about right for a movie about obsession. One with no resolution except waiting for the other thud to drop. The first scene of the movie starts with an attractive lady called Diana Watts, a popular young English teacher in a wealthy suburban Texas high school, who is driving to school for her morning class lesson as her normal routine. In class, she seems to relate with her students very well. Her class kicks off with everyone reciting a poem that was being displayed on a TV placed in front of the class. She then decides to give her students a quiz with 4 questions, whereby it commences at exactly 8:20. At 8:30 they refer to their books and they should stop at 8:40. Surprisingly, one of her students, called Eric, borrows the book they should refer to before 8:30 from Diana's table. She quickly accepts to give him, leaving other students limited to her rules for the quiz. But they never notice. In the next scene of the movie, we are taken to a pub, where Diana and her roommate Sophia are having fun with a couple of shots of alcohol. Diana then receives a text from a guy named Eric, the student in her class, asking when they should meet. Her roommate also sees the text and begins to insist to know who is Eric and how they relate. Diana then completely hides every information about Eric and then leaves the bar to go and hook up with Eric. In the next scene, both Diana and Eric meet privately at night in a quiet street along the road, accompanied by their cars. Here we learn Diana is having a fling with one of her students, the cute but not irresistible Eric. Eric then goes inside Diana's car, where they start making out and proceed to have sex. At the end of their stay, the lovers kiss each other and leave separately from the street with their cars. Back at school, she continues with her teaching session, which then ends, and students leave the class immediately apart from Eric. In class, the two lovebirds seem not to control their mutual affection for each other, as they flirt and kiss each other separately. Diana then meets her colleagues, including her roommate Sophia, in the staff room. They were talking about a girl called Haley, who was busted with other students smoking weed in the parking lot. Diana is then invited for a drink by her colleagues, but she turns them down with an excuse that she is going to for a drink she planned with her brother, Hunter. Diana meets her brother in a bar and buys drinks together. However, Diana seems upset and she shuts down the moment her brother tries to discuss their mother's onset of dementia. She leaves her drink on the table and rushes out of the bar, leaving her brother confused. We then find she was in a hurry to meet her student lover, when they were spending their romantic time in bed in Diana's room secretly. The next morning, her roommate Sophia is in conversation with Diana, but Diana was not listening to anything because she was mostly glued to her phone, waiting eagerly for Eric to send a text. Eric then sends a text asking for her nude photos. Diana undresses quickly and takes pictures of her nude body with her phone and sends them to Eric immediately. Sophia realizes Diana was not listening to her, which disappoints her. Sophia then invites Diana to a party for Thanksgiving Day, which she seemed unwilling to go to. Instead, she wanted to spend some more romantic time with Eric again. On Thanksgiving Day, Diana goes to the party where she joins Sophia and her company of 2 friends, Dan and Jeff. Sophia and Jeff leave Dana and Diana for some refreshments. Dan then introduces her to a guy called Richard. The 2 men then start telling her she is so beautiful that her male students dream to sleep with her, but they never will. Diana then excuses herself from them, feeling embarrassed and with guilt on her face, as she truly knows she is having an affair with one of her male students in her class. She takes the house keys from Sophia and leaves the party. The next day, Diana is watching American football with Sophia and her family in the house. Diana gets bored and goes to her room. She is then joined by Sophia, who finds Diana looking at Eric's photos on Facebook. Diana then hides her phone when she notices Sophia peeking at her phone. Back at school, Diana is with one of her colleagues called Jessica, who informs her of a photo of a topless freshman girl that is circulating around the school premises that was found by the new school assistant principal. Diana seems to be shocked and her face is filled with guilt, as she recalls herself sending nudes to her student lover. Diana becomes nervous and meets Eric to ensure he deletes her nude photos for the security of her job, and later they meet again at night for their romantic night when Sophia left to another town. The next morning, Diana is unable to go through her students' work at home because she daydreams of Eric's presence in her room. Eric then calls Diana and invites her into his brother's home. Later at night, Eric takes Diana to her brother's house. Eric then leads Diana to the bedroom. Eric tells her to take off her clothes. Diana undresses her clothes and goes to bed where Eric is. They spend their romantic time as they mate on Eric's brother's bed. The affair still remains strong. Even at school, they show affection for each other. In the next scene, Diana and Eric are having a good time while in Eric's car heading to Eric's father's ranch out of Austin town. In the car, They play a piece of love music as they continue their journey. Eric then talks about his rod becoming huge and bulging as they have oral sex. On the ranch, the two lovebirds sit outside the house, enjoying the beautiful scenery, and they spend the night together. In the morning, as they continue with their romance in bed, the foreman called James notices the car parked outside the house and comes to check the house. Diana then panics and hides inside the closet in the room after hearing the foreman coming into the house. After the foreman leaves, Diana seems scared and confused about what to do. When she realizes her affair is inappropriate, which will jeopardize her career and reputation, things turn sour as Diana starts resisting making out and Eric advances towards her. In the next scene, Diana goes for her usual early jogs before heading to class. In the class, Diana avoids and does not talk to Eric all day at school. Back at her place, she tries to sleep to no avail, as she was fond of Eric and was constantly recalling her romantic moments with Eric. She then leaves her home to go see her lover, who went to attend a dancing event he was invited to. She finds Eric dancing with another girl, which makes her feel jealous. Diana goes to the washrooms to refresh in her mind. She meets the girl, who is dancing with Eric, whereby she stares at her with anger. However, she cannot do anything about it as it will expose her affair with Eric. Diana goes back home and drinks alcohol he bought on her way back, so as to forget depression that is arising in her. She tries to sleep, but she finds herself still checking out Eric's photos on Facebook. The next morning, Diana, as usual routine, goes to class and teaches her students. After the lesson, she tells Eric to see her in class after lunch and he agrees. During lunch, Diana as usual avoids the company of her colleagues when she eats her lunch quickly and punctually goes to class to meet with Eric as planned. Diana then tells him that she misses her and tells him to come over to her place at night. Diana's colleague, Jessica, accidentally storms inside the class as the two lovebirds were about to make out. Diana is upset and tells her she should knock at the door. She then calms down and tells Jessica to come for whatever she wanted. But instead, she excuses herself out, saying she will come back later. Eric is worried about what had just happened, but Diana this time seems not to worry as her fondness and affection for Eric was taking over her control. Late at night, Diana eagerly waits for Eric to come. She senses his footsteps and opens the door before Eric knocks at the door. Diana then hugs and kisses Eric, leading him to her room as they undress. In the middle of their lovemaking, Diana loses concentration as she feels guilty of child sexual abuse. Eric gets upset and decides to leave her room. Diana begs him not to leave, to the extent of holding his legs to no avail. Sophia then arrives in her house. She is then shocked to see Eric leaving Diana's room while he is wearing his clothes and Diana chasing after him, pleading with him to come back into her room. She then enters her car and follows him to his father's place. She then calls their house telephone and asks his father if she can speak to Eric. His father tells her that he is doing schoolwork, but Eric's father started being suspicious of what was going on. Diana decides to call out Eric from his bedroom through the window. Eric comes out in disbelief as Diana tries to apologize for what had happened to them back in her room. Eric's father follows Eric outside and finds him with Diana. Diana then flees away from town to a motel to hide from her embarrassments as she knows that her love affair with her student lover is exposed. She does not go back to her daily routine, as she knows she has lost her reputation and her job in school. She then receives 2 voicemails. The first one from her roommate Sophia telling her to call back, and the second one from Michael in school telling her to see Eric's father, who came to see her in school. The movie then ends with her crying and regretting having a risky affair that cost her job and destroyed her reputation. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Stay safe, stick around and enjoy. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.